I'm not going to say what I think y'all's tells are because that I'm going to keep that to myself. But I can tell everybody on this show. So the After Show podcast is called Leftovers, and it's kind of like by the time we do the After Show podcast, all very tired. There's like no brainwaves left. It's kind of like it is what it is.
Blah, blah, blah. It's usually what comes out of our mouth.
I don't even know how we got into this yesterday, but we were talking, and Riley mentioned that she knows when I'm not paying attention, allegedly.
Yes.
And so this is the clip from the After Show podcast Leftovers yesterday.
I can tell your cues by your response, whether you're interested or not.
I'm always interested. It's just a level of
whether you have the brain power to answer me.
That's probably better.
Or not.
Yeah.
Your interest level is done by if you're still looking at your phone, you say word, dude. You don't have the brain power at that particular moment.
Did I do that?
Oh, yeah. If you are still looking at your phone, but you scrunch up your lip to the left, like the Elvis lip, then you have a piqued interest and you're banking that in the back of your head for a minute later. You just need a second to finish whatever email, text, or whatever you're doing. If you're completely, absolutely disinterested, don't want to hear it, but you don't want to be a jerk, I get that that's awesome.
I don't see. Here's the thing that we mentioned
100%.
yesterday. I defended myself, or at least for the that's awesome. Usually it's stuff I just have no idea what you're talking about. If it's wedding stuff, that's awesome.
To be fair, does anybody really use awesome in its original context anyway? Does anybody actually say that's awesome and they're really meaning something is awesome? No.
But I do. But you could be like, for me though, if it's like you're telling me that, oh, you're veil cam, I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Like, I don't know.
Which I do.
Or like you ask, like, I don't know if the color will turn out. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. It's just like I don't know what to say. It's not.
I don't mean any of this you're like being a jerk by not paying attention. There's just certain things that Jonathan can't really give a validated opinion on that I will ask.
Although I love getting opinions on nearly everything, even stuff I'm not educated on because I grew up with the internet and that's what we do. But no, so I didn't realize I had tells when I'm not paying attention. I had no idea. I don't know if not paying attention is the word it makes. Is my focus is elsewhere. Is that a nicer way of putting it? Well, that still means you're not paying attention.
You're just
it's
not
like
paying
a nicer
attention.
way of doing that. How long did it take you to realize this?
I have known you, going on 5 years now?
Jeepers creepers.
I think probably honestly, it took me about 3 or 4. Just because, I don't know. You're not one that gives your tells very easily. But now that I sit 3 feet across from you every single day and have so for so long, it's like you start to notice stuff.
So it's like now everybody knows my tells.
You're welcome.
Well, thanks. Rose, do you think I have the same tells?
Yeah, absolutely.
That sucks.
You definitely do, but like at the same time, it lets us know, like, okay, he's busy, or like, oh, okay, this is actually something he wants to talk about.
Son of a. Okay, well, I don't mean it's not that nobody's important. Everybody's very important. There's just always a lot.
Do you think we have tells?
When you're not interested in something
or anything, like if I'm irritated or if I'm tired or if I am hungry, like.
I'm pretty good at reading everybody on the show. I know everybody's vibe is, so that I can read. I'm not going to say what I think y'all's tells are because I can keep that to myself. But I can tell everybody on this show. I can tell when they're Eric's very easy to tell. Hoodie's probably the hardest one to tell, but I can tell everybody on the show.
I'll give you one big tell of mine because I usually got something to say about a lot.
Okay.
That if you say something shocking and I'm quiet, that's bad.
Luckily, I say stuff that's profound, not shocking.
Oh, hey.
I want to do that. So, because it got me thinking, like, not that like we're all like kind of work spouses, but how do you know your partner's not paying attention? And I want you guys to think for Marshall and think for Clint as well. Don't give them to me yet, but how do you know, like, when you're talking to your person and you know, like, if they do the thing, they go, word, or in my case, that's awesome. Like, what is your tell where you instantly know you're not listening to a damn thing I said? 877-995-4681 or text them 99338. Okay, so Riley, for Marshall, how do you know he's not paying attention?
He always tries to pretend like he's paying attention. I'll know he's paying attention if he doesn't give me advice or a solution after a rant. And I'll be like, well, what'd I say? He'll be able to pick out like 3 words of what I said, but not the whole thing.
But also, you don't want advice, or isn't that why dudes aren't supposed to give advice unless asked for?
I mean, he happens to be almost my husband, so if there's anybody I'm going to take advice from, it's him.
Okay, so fair enough. Rose, for husband Clint, you know he's not paying attention when what?
When he's on his phone and his eyes are scanning the page, like back and forth, like he's reading something. If I say something to him and he's glued on his phone and he doesn't look up at me, I know that I am not going to get a response at all. Like not even a pretend response. Like, no, it's nothing. And then when he's done, he looks up. He's like, "What'd you say?" Then I know. I'm like, okay, now I got your attention.
Hold on. This is Chris. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
So your wife knows when you're not paying attention when you say what?
Right.
Right. I think a lot of dudes do that.
Yeah. What do you want for dinner? Right.
Right. But there's a valid reason for it, because if you tell them right, not only do they think you're listening, they think they're right, so they just leave you alone.
Oh, but also it doesn't work though, Chris, because she knows you're not paying attention.
Yeah.
Damn it, Chris.
I wouldn't leave you alone after that.
Not fired.
Chris, thank you for calling, and I hope your missus is listening. Have a great day. Amanda, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so you know your man's not listening when he does what?
Huh.
Marshall does that too. Oh my God, it drives me insane.
Is it like a pondering, huh? Like he's like,
so
huh? Like
funny.
he's just wondering how to respond, or is like a huh? Like
It depends, right?
I could just be explaining something to him over what we have to do during the weekend, or like, hey, do you want this on your hamburger? And he'll go, huh.
Yeah, it's like a grunt. It's not even a sound.
yeah, he's just doing
Say anything. I could just be like, hey, I'm going to walk around naked today. And he'll go, huh.
Oh my God, that would make me so angry.
Oh, Amanda, thank you for calling.
Doesn't pay attention at all. Thank you.
Have a great day, my man. Mona, good morning.
Good morning.
So you know he's not paying attention when he does what?
When you're telling a story and then he ends with, yeah, babe, and you ask him a question that's not a yes and no question.
Yeah, that's a dead giveaway.
What should I say to her? Yeah, babe. Okay. Yeah, thanks, dear.
Thank you.
Thanks, dear. Oh, no.
Mona, thank you for calling. Have a great day.
Bye, girl.
Thank you.
Bye.